Hello, everyone. Welcome to our channel, Cash to Capital. This is our first episode. I'm Maddox, and this is my dad.
I'm dead.
All right. Yeah. And today, my dad's gonna be talking about how he started investing and some of the things he's learned so far.
So how I started investing,
Mic up a little bit.
I gotta put the mic up a little bit, okay. So how I started investing was pretty interesting. I've only been investing for probably about since probably about 2016, so probably about 8 or 9 years. But the first time I got introduced to investing was at Thanksgiving table at my aunt's house in Virginia. My cousin Jerry was visiting from. He lives in Tennessee, and we were just sitting around after we had eaten, and he was showing us his stock portfolio and how much money he was making with stocks, and I was blown away. I was like, man, what do I got to do? How do I do it? The next day, or that next Monday, I called TD Ameritrade and set up an account. But also, I didn't just set up an account for me. I set up an account for this guy too, and he was just a little kid at the time. 2016, how old were you? 11.
11 years.
11 years old. Okay. So, and the funny story was, we have a picture that we'll post a little bit later of when I told Maddox that if he wanted a pair of Jordans, that he had to own Nike stock before he got his first pair of Jordans. So there's a cool picture we have when he's a young kid. He got the red 11s, the fire joints, but and he has a sign saying, "My dad said that I have to get all good grades, and also I got to buy Nike stock before I get Jordan." So that's how I started investing. And we say the word investing because I've done a little trading too, and trading is tougher than investing. Just ask Warren Buffett. A lot of times our emotions come into it, and it's very difficult to be a good trader, in my opinion. But investing is kind of like set it, keep adding to it, and forget it. So that's my story.
All right. Yeah, we're also gonna be talking about the first stocks that we bought. My dad's gonna go first with that one.
The very first stock that I bought was a company called Stratasys. Now, Stratasys was a company that does 3D printing. And I remember reading a Wall Street Journal article that 3D printing was going to be like everything. Um, and also, where I worked, they had a new 3D printer where they printed like little things like cups and like spoons and stuff like that. I was like, wow, they're going to be able to print like cars and guns. And I think they're doing that. But this company, I didn't really check like the fundamentals, the leadership, all the things that you should do when you're looking to buy a stock. You should really do your due diligence when buying a stock. And I learned that by losing money. I think I bought the stock. It was around $25 at the time. The stock right now is trading around $10, something like that. Do your due diligence. I will tell you when you're about to look at a stock, you want to look at a couple of things. You want to look at the PE ratio. You want to look at who's leading the company. You want to look at institutional ownership. What other institutions are invested in these companies? You want to look at free cash flow, how much debt a company has. A couple of other things you're going. We'll go over some of those things when we break down, like on the stock page, how to research a stock. But I did all the wrong things when I was trading instead of investing. And I think when you invest, you make better decisions with your stock purchases. So that's my first stock, Stratasys, um, and you know, wasn't a good pick.
Yeah, that probably happens a lot of people get into stocks. They get burned on the.
You got your mic already? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's what's up.
They get burned on the first pick.
Facts.
Yeah, but yeah, the first stock.
Stay away from that stock.
Yeah, for sure. But the first stock my dad got me was actually AMD back in like 2016. It was around like $10 a share back then. If you look now, it's up. What is it? 170, 180.
184 today.
Yeah, 184 today. So if we held on to it, we would be up a lot right now. But we didn't. So
yeah, that was a. I remember seeing Lisa Su, who's the president CEO of AMD on Jim Cramer's show. And I was like, man, Jim Cramer just talked so well about her and just was like, she was talking about all the great things AMD is doing, what they're going to do in the future. I was like, I'm going to buy this stock. And I made a little profit on it. But, you know, if I would have held it or just dollar cost averaged into it, just kept buying, 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 I mean, I'd be up crazy now. So, we're going back to that trading versus investing theme. I cannot stress that enough. Good companies you should hold, hold and never sell, like an AMD and NVIDIA, even an Apple who's been lagging in the market's actually starting to run now a little bit today. But those big horses, the Mag 7, as they say, those type of stocks, um, you just have to hold those and just keep adding to them. You know, you you're not you don't need a lot of money to invest. Um, but you can buy good companies at quality prices. And even if you have to buy like an Nvidia at 184, buy one share, keep buying another share, get up to 20, 25 shares, and then buy another quality stock. Um, you know, build a, start building slowly like that. So, um, and wait for pullbacks. That's the other thing too. Wait for pullbacks. But I wish, long story short, I wish I would have kept that AMD now. Look at AMD. AMD is about to rule the world. So that's the story on that.
Yeah. Yeah, AMD up right now, but yeah, we should have held on to that one, but yeah, we signed it off.